How do I build my immune system? After this past year, more people have been asking this question and have also been wondering if it's even possible. If that's you, then you are in the right place. I am here to answer that question in today's video, so let's jump right on in. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Shockley, Doctor of Cause, chiropractic, board certified in sports medicine, and specialized in clinical nutrition. In this video, we are going to be going over the most overlooked vitamin when it comes to boosting your immune system. More than 50% of Americans are actually deficient in this critical vitamin. Then we'll discuss the gatekeeper of your immune system. If the gatekeeper is not healthy, there is no way your immune system stands a fighting chance. And finally, I will be sharing with you how you can boost your immune power with every single bite you take. You really can eat your way to a stronger immune system. Let's dive right on in. The most overlooked vitamin as it relates to boosting your immune's health is none other than vitamin D. Now, because of this past year, vitamin D is starting to become a little bit more known on the radar for what is something you can take to boost your immune system. However, many people still are not taking it, or many people are taking it and have no idea how much they should be taking or what their current vitamin D level is. So we're going to go over the details of this. Vitamin D is really well known for helping strengthen our bones and our teeth, but there is less knowingness of its ability to promote healthy brain health, like better cognition, memory, focus, concentration, mental clarity, and then also our immune system. Vitamin D single-handedly has the most amount of anti-cancer research behind it. Did you know that? It's crazy. You simply cannot have a strong immune system if you do not have sufficient levels of vitamin D. Now, why are Americans so deficient in vitamin D? I live in Colorado, and I test my patients who live locally here, and I test the ones that don't live here, but those who live locally in Colorado, majority of them are all deficient in vitamin D, which is crazy because in Colorado, we have 300 days on average of sunshine. So why are we so deficient in this sunshine vitamin? Part of the reason, part of the explanation, if you will, is because we've been so conditioned to put sunblock on every single time we go outside. If you put sunblock on, you are blocking out the sun's ability to help you produce vitamin D. So if you're not getting adequate vitamin D from being out in the sun because you're using sunblock, or maybe you're just not out in the sun long enough without the sunblock, the only other real way you can get it is from foods that have been enriched with vitamin D or supplementing with it. Something else that's an interesting perspective, do you know how everybody talks that we have this cold and flu season? We really don't have a cold or flu season. Those microbes are in our environment all of the time. So what is it that changed that allows them to wreak more havoc on us during fall and winter months? Well, there's a group of us that are on the other side of this perspective that say it's really a vitamin D deficiency season. And part of it is because the days are shorter, so there's not as much sunshine to even try to get vitamin D from the light. But also, I say, think about what this piggybacks. We have shorter days, so we have less sunshine. So we're already going lower in our vitamin D levels. People are not outside near as much because the weather is getting colder. But also, piggyback that with the fact that that's where all of the holidays are, where we love to load up on sugars and starches and alcohols and things that we maybe don't consume quite as much in as much abundance the rest of the year. Sugars are what feed all the microbes. So now you don't have one of your main line of defenses to protect you, and now you're pouring on all of the goodness that those bad guys feed on. That's why we have a cold and flu season, not because they all of a sudden are stronger. Vitamin D, super duper important, but I encourage you before you start actually taking vitamin D is to know your level. You can test this easily through the blood. If you have issues getting that done, just reach out to me. I can help you get that done from anywhere within the United States. Super easy to get done. Really important to know because you can get too much vitamin D in your system. It is one of the fat-soluble vitamins. Now, it takes a lot, but the reality is it's still possible. And the reason why this is really important, and I stress this to you because I'm giving you guidance on using vitamin D, but I'm telling you, know your numbers first, is because ultimately, if you have too much D in your system, it will elevate calcium in your blood. Too much calcium in your blood is life-threatening. It can cause kidney failure and ultimately lead to a heart attack. You don't want to mess with that, okay? So please know your vitamin D level before you start taking vitamin D. And if you're really low, then you know you need to take a larger dose, but you need to recheck it within a month or so and see, are you back to more normal ranges? If you are at that point in time, then you can back down on how much you've been taking. On average, what I see works really well is 5,000 IUs of vitamin D on a daily basis for maintenance. My vitamin D3 is combined with K2 because K2 helps keep the calcium in the bones where it belongs instead of back into the bloodstream. If I see somebody's really tanked, I may double that. But again, I'm rechecking in a month to kind of see where they're at. Kiddos, 1,000 to 2,000 IUs a day seems to be sufficient. So start getting more of the sunshine vitamin in your world on a regular basis if you find that after you test, you are deficient in it, and you will already be boosting your immune system far better than anything else you could do. Now, I'm curious, did you know that vitamin D was that important? Or that it's a common deficiency in the United States, well, really, all around the world? Let me know your thoughts, your answers in the comments down below. Who is the gatekeeper of the immune system? Well, it's none other than the gut. Our immune system predominantly lives within the gut walls. Okay, it lives just on the other side of the lining of the gut in the bloodstream. Part of the reason why it's there is because your gut, believe it or not, is your first line of defense that protects you from everything you put into your system. Well, you should say put into your body from truly being brought into your system. Once something crosses into your blood, it is now actually in your body. But otherwise, your digestive system protects you from everything that shouldn't be in your system. So if the gut fails and now something gets to go into your bloodstream that's not supposed to be there, your immune system lives right there and it's monitoring. And anytime it recognizes a foreign invader, it sends out an alert and it creates an immune response. So an ideal way to boost your immune system is to make sure the gatekeeper is healthy, to make sure that you have impeccable gut health. Now, how in the world do you do this? Well, guess who the most important variable is when it comes to gut health? It's what you eat. What you eat is either harming your gut or boosting your gut's health. And the number one thing that is really detrimental to gut health is sugar. It's like the most addictive substance known to man, so it's really difficult and understandable if you have an issue with sugar. But what I'm telling you is not only does sugar feed the bad guys and kill off the good guys in the microbiome, which lives in your gut, this little ecosystem that also basically has influence over every single element of our health and well-being and even our mood regulation. But you're also inflaming the lining of the gut. And now you're not allowing that first line of defense to work the way that it's supposed to. So now a bunch of foreign invaders are being allowed to cross into the bloodstream, which creates an immune reaction and ultimately long-term is going to stress out the immune system so that you're actually weakening it. The other way to make sure that you have proper gut health or high levels of gut health, you have to manage stress. Stress is also almost equally damaging to the gut as sugar is. How do we get rid of stress? I don't know. I'm still looking for that answer. We may not be able to get rid of it, but we can have complete control over how we respond to it. We can respond versus reacting. Reacting is the emotional reaction, whereas responding is logically processing and handling the situation. But in addition to that, throwing in on a regular basis stress managing techniques like deep breathing, meditation, exercise, yoga, whatever you do that calms you, add that in on a regular basis. Super duper important. Your immune system's health really depends on it. And another critical factor for maintaining the gatekeeper of your immune system, the gut, is adequate sleep. What is adequate sleep? Research says we should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night. I want to emphasize that they need to be quality hours of sleep. Meaning, if you toss and turn all night long, you're not getting adequate sleep. And I think you probably already agree with that. So we need to do whatever we can in a healthy way to set ourselves up for a really good night of sleep. One of the best tricks is going to bed at the same time every single night and waking up at the same time every single morning. Get yourself into a routine. We do that with our babies and our kids. How come we stop having routines when we become adults? When you have the routine, your body knows around that time, sleep is supposed to be coming. So it's going to start winding you down and getting you ready for sleep. Okay? So those are just key strategies. They're not the only ones, but they're some of the key strategies for making sure that the gatekeeper of the immune system is staying healthy. Now, before I get into how do you boost your immune system with every single bite you take, I just want to remind you to click that subscribe button down below, turn those notifications on. That way you don't miss out on a prior show. I am publishing videos every Monday through Friday, all related to boosting your immune system, taking care of gut health, improving brain health, and anything to help you achieve what I like to call total body mastery. So again, just click that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. That way you don't miss out on a future show. Awesome. How can you easily boost your immune system through food? Well, not just how, it's like what foods are you supposed to be consuming to easily boost your immune system? There are some key players, besides who I already said to avoid. Add these guys in because they really help with your gut health, which ultimately helps with that immune health, right? The first one would be garlic. Garlic has a lot of antimicrobial types of properties, meaning it's going to help take care of those bad guys for you. And it's well known for helping boost the immune system. Okay. So there are people who supplement with that, but you can also just cook with it. It's so good. So good. Ultimately, guys, the most benefit comes from eating 1/2 of a raw garlic clove on a daily basis. If you're fine with that, great. If you're not, that's okay too. Just add more garlic into your life and that will start boosting your immune system. Prebiotics would be another main category of what do you want to add into your life to improve gut health and ultimately improve and boost your immune health. Prebiotics are what feed the good guys that live inside of your gut, and it keeps them really healthy. Having them healthy helps make us healthy. So where are great sources of prebiotics? Any option that contains a lot of fiber, specifically inulin fiber, is a great source of a prebiotic. An excellent source of this would be your Jerusalem artichokes, your green bananas. So you don't want the ripe ones. You want the green bananas or plantains, jicama root, and also asparagus. Add those in and you're going to start nurturing the good guys in your gut that help protect you and keep your health high. Another category of foods would be vitamin C rich foods or just supplementing with vitamin C itself. Gosh, most people know that if you're getting sick, you should be taking vitamin C because it's an antioxidant that really helps with dealing with free radicals and being able to boost your immune system to help it fight the fight. The biggest caveat here, though, is that you don't want to reach for orange juice. Orange juice contains too much sugar, and sugar is going to kill your gut and your immune system, right? So if you're gonna reach for orange juice, you want to just reach for the orange and eat the whole orange itself and get all the pulp and the fiber that is associated with that fruit in addition to the vitamin C that it contains. And then the last category would be all of your antioxidant rich foods. These predominantly come from our fruits and our vegetables. The more colorful, the better. Antioxidants help boost immunity by also dealing with those free radicals that come from stress or just the environment that you're living in. Those make us more prone to illness. So make sure you're getting an ample amount of vegetables of all colors and of fruit, but use fruit more sparingly. 1 serving of fruit a day is what I recommend because, again, still contains a lot of those natural sugars and we don't want to stress the system out with too much sugar. Now, if you want to take this whole process and put it on fast forward, you really want to have a true understanding of what your current level of health is and how do you improve from where you're at right now. I would love to invite you then personally to my health challenge. If you look in the description down below, click it so it opens. You will see a link to my 5-day health challenge. Click the link, get immediate access, and here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn exactly the current level or how to determine the current level of your health. And this is different than what you'd have done at your MD's office. From that information, you'll know exactly what is the cause of underlying health challenges. If you get sick frequently, we can see exactly why you are. And once you understand the why behind what your current level of health is, whether it's lifestyle, diet, sleep, underlying health conditions, then you can truly formulate a customized plan specific to you to help improve health with every single day. This is what puts the whole process on fast forward, is truly understanding the cause and the why so you know what to do. And it needs to be specific to you. So click that link down in the description below and get started immediately. I can't wait to see you. And thanks for being here, guys. Have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next show. God bless.